From the Easy Go Studios, KLAW Lawton Fort Sill. Another hour of Oklahoma's best country online at KLAW.com. A taste of country station.
It's now time for the J Burke Home Show on KLAW 101. For the next 30 minutes, you'll hear information that will save you money around your house. With your hosts, Eric Sherem and Jay Burke.
And a good morning to you here in Southwest Oklahoma, Lawton Fort Sill, downtown studios here at Town Square Media and KLAW 101. I don't know if this is like deja vu all over again. You remember last week it was a rainstorm that came in Friday night late and then woke up to, another hot day ahead. It was a carbon copy of last weekend. It was kind of midnight, I heard the winds kind of blowing in and then rained. And we like the rain. It's just so strange in the hot summer months to even talk about the word rain. And I know it's a quick storm. It's in and it's out and it's gone. It's not an all-day affair, but it's kind of refreshing, I guess, to still get the water when we've been like in a 4-year drought in the past.
Well, I don't think I've seen rain like this, and it's been years. I mean, this is mid-July, and grass is still green in Southwest Oklahoma. That's not normal.
Yeah, without excessive watering. You have one neighbor that really wants to have those lush, and we're getting a lot of natural water there.
Well, somebody said to me the other day, said, first time I've ever come to the Wichita Mountains, and I tell everybody, we don't realize we lived, just right next door, and to one of the greatest things in the world is our Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge. And we don't, a lot of us that are locals have been here forever. We don't go as much as we should and see all the cool stuff that's out there. But his exact words to me were, "It's so plush and green," and I'm thinking, buddy, a couple of years ago you just said it's a desert out here. What are you doing? But you're right. Last night we had rain again, and it's good for us because we had some water discoloration this last week or so, and people were concerned because of I forget what it was called, the stuff that was in the
yellow
lake.
Looking, that's all I know.
It made the water yellow. It won't hurt you, but it sure is
I
yellow.
saw it at the office, and I said,
I even asked him, I said, will it stain your teeth or, do anything? No.
Make me look real Southern, huh? The natural way. Oh, shame on me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to have said that.
It was bad. But anyway, they've got the water discoloration fixed, so they're pumping from Waurika. So, but it's been refreshing. And somebody said to me, has it been your worst year ever in heating and air because it's not been really hot? And I said, no. It's probably been one of our best years. I mean, but what people in Oklahoma are not used to is the heat and the humidity.
Mm-hmm.
That humidity.
I felt it last night. It was kind of sticky.
It is sticky.
And, as when you get rains like this, it's still moisture is in the air and in the ground. And when it evaporates, we feel it. So it's going to be that way for a little bit.
100 and about 75% humidity. It feels just sticky. No matter, you're really trying. Air conditioners are working extra hard to try to get that humidity out of your house. And that's a huge thing. But and one of the things we want to talk about today is that, how important is maintenance to your system? How important again. And I know I've beat this horse to death to tell people, but we get calls even in the last few days, I need somebody to come look because I think there's something wrong. Well, I just try to tell people, don't wait until there's something wrong. Don't wait until July 15th and say there's something wrong with my AC and I haven't had it looked at in 5 years, because they're just like a car. You have to change the oil in your car to keep your engine running right. And most people are like, they're religious about changing their
because they were taught at an early age.
Yeah.
See, we weren't taught at an early age. You just use this until it doesn't run, and then you make the phone call. I think that's what most of us, So I think it's key that you are spreading the word of education to try to get the word out to say, you don't have to do it that way anymore because that's really not the best way of doing it.
Well, I think that we all hear the stories of I waited until the last minute and something went out in the middle of the night or on a weekend and I don't know who to call, and what do I do now? And so what do most people do? They either get the phone book out and they flip through the phone book, or they now, as my daughter would say, Dad, we don't use a phone book, but they
Google it.
They Google it. They get online and they find something and they don't know who they're getting. And I'm always a big advocate of know who you're dealing with when it comes time to get something fixed. And heating and air is a major component of your home. It's not just one of those things that, I've got to go buy, a new piece. No, this is a huge appliance and it's a huge expense. These things are expensive. It's not a cheap deal to have to replace one. So if you've got one that hasn't been, fixed or hasn't been maintained at all, call us, because we have 3 different plans. We call it Comfort Club because we're not comfortable unless you are. So we really want you to get in our Comfort Club. And basically it's our maintenance program. And we come out twice a year. We do a complete service and clean, and we do a 21-point inspection to check for all kind of safeties, make sure that things are working the way they're supposed to. And then not only that, but you get discounts. If, let's say, your air conditioner does break down, now we started a new plan, and we just started it a few days ago. But if no matter what plan you're on, and we have 3 different levels of plans, no matter what plan you're on, you automatically save at least 15%. You go to our middle plan, and it's 30%. You go to our what we call our premium plan, and you get 50% discount in parts. So if the part's $200, you only pay $100. And so it really makes a difference in what plan you get on. It depends on the age of your system, which level you can get to, and we'll tell you about that if you call in and ask. And the customer service reps at the office will talk to you about that and tell you what's available for your system if you kind of know the age. But one of the things I think we're really proud of is we started this new thing, and for if you were in the high end program, if you were in what I call high end, if you were in the premium program, you didn't ever pay a diagnostic fee. People say, well, what's a diagnostic fee? Well, everybody is now doing it's called flat rate. You basically, when I come out to your house, I charge you a diagnostic, which means that's the trip out and me telling you what's wrong with your system and giving you an upfront quote of it's going to cost you $200 to get it fixed. So usually, that fee is $89.95. Okay. Well, you automatically, if you were a platinum member, the high end one, I say high end, is $29.95 a month. If you were on that program, you automatically never paid a diagnostic fee ever. No matter if it was midnight, no matter if it's normal business hours, holidays, doesn't matter. You don't pay it. You never pay a diagnostic fee ever. All you ever had to pay for was the parts, and you got 50% off those.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a great
Pays
plan.
to be a part of that club.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you call in, we guarantee you same day service, guaranteed same day service. Any of our Comfort Club members, no matter what level you're at, you are guaranteed we're coming to see you same day. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to worry that it's really hot and Jay's going to say it's going to be 3 days before we get to you. Nope. We have enough staff that we will get to you the same day. But I think that what we've done is, before, that was the only plan that got the free diagnostic fee. So what we've done on the other 2 plans is we've said, all right, as long as it's normal business hours, 8 to 8, Monday through Friday. 8 to 8, same great rate, right? 8 to 8, Monday. That's right. 8 to 8.
Sticks.
Monday through Friday. Or, I'll even do this. I'm even going to change it, because I told the guys 8 to 8, Monday through Friday. We're going to do 8 to 8, 7 days a week. Okay? 8 to 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You call us. I don't care what plan you're on, and you're not going to pay a diagnostic fee. We're going to waive it every single time. So you'll never pay a diagnostic fee if you have a breakdown of your system.
Wow.
So that's a new part of our plan. We just started it. And you heard it here first now that it's 7 days a week, because I just decided that's what
you just made it. You made an executive order.
That's what I'm going to do.
I like it when the man is here. So, well, I got a phone call to make in order to make sure that that's a go.
Well, to me, it's a thank you back for being a part of our Comfort Clubs. Mm-hmm. And how important it is, and we believe it's important, because we go out sometimes and see units that are 25 or 30 years old and are still working. Wow. Now, they may not be as efficient as you want them to be,
right?
But they're still working, and so those need to be maintained. But I've gone to units that are 3 or 4 years old, and Eric, they're filthy. They've never been touched. Grass is blown into the air conditioner outside, the condenser. People mow by them. They weed eat them. We've seen it all. Back when I was
Cottonwoods have put a film over it that's just make it like a wet sock.
Yeah, and it just can't breathe, and so you end up having motors go out and contactors burn up and compressors go out, and then you have a big expense. And one of the things that was asked me the other day, and this was another thing that somebody said I heard on the show the other day, I heard you guys talking, was about the free indoor, the free air assessment, and how much leakage do I have, how much leakage is in my home. So again, people are starting to hear that we're doing those for free. That is an absolute free thing that we're going to do. A lot of people are charging $400 and $500 for that test.
Really?
Yeah, we've heard. So,
wow.
So we're not doing that. We're going to do it for free. We're coming for free, and we're not going to try to upsell you to something, or we're going to tell you the truth about what your duct system looks like and how leaky your home is, and then give you some recommendations. Obviously, that's our job, is to tell you, here's what we think it'll take to fix it. But again, it doesn't cost you a penny. We come and do it, and it kind of give you some ideas. A lot of people have said, I had the test done, and I don't have the money, but I'm to fix the system right this minute, so I'm going to wait. But one of the other things I wanted to say was we can even finance repairs that are done at your home. So we have a way to help you. A lot of times people just don't have the money. And so we have financing available, not just for new systems, but also for repairs. So
that's a key.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I got you.
Yeah. So it's something we've never been able to offer before, and we have a financing company now that will help us do that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a $500 repair, they'll help you work that out. And so people always call and say, Jay, will you do it? And I'm just not a finance company. I mean, that's just not what we do.
Right.
And I'm sorry.
You're not a bank. I mean,
no,
it's like, I understand.
I just can't do that. But so we found a way to help them.
Okay.
And it's an easy application. It's easy to, it's like 4 questions and you're done. So it's really a great deal. And we've already helped people that didn't have the money to get the repair done, and now they did. So they got it done. But we're not always out trying to sell you a new system. We are actually trying to help you solve your problems, but also give you we want you to have a heads up. Hey, this compressor is pulling too many amps, and there's a chance, pretty soon this thing's going to click off one night and it's not going to come back on. And so we try to give you as we're doing the maintenances. I think that's really helped. You can't believe how many houses we've gone to and told people, do you realize there's no insulation in your attic at all? And they're like, well, I thought there was when I first bought the house.
Right.
I said, well,
it all disappeared.
Yeah, then what happened? And no, you're like, you just don't have any. And we've got to some that I looked like there was dust. That's what I thought it was. That's how little of insulation there was. I thought, is that dust? Or I thought they forgot to insulate this house.
Wow.
And now these houses are older. They're, built in the 60s and 70s, but still, I'm starting to see them. I'm seeing more and more of them around Lawton, and I'm like, I just don't understand. And so when you blow insulation in, and sometimes the other day we had a guy that had a brand new system, somebody put in for him about probably 3 or 4 years ago, never even mentioned to him he didn't have any insulation in his attic. And that, to me, that's sad.
Well, you're not looking at the whole picture. You're looking at, we're going to sell you a unit, and that's what you need, and we're going on down the road.
Yeah, and we've gotten a lot of calls this summer, too, from people saying, you know what, I bought a new system about 4 or 5 years ago, and that guy's no longer in business. Or that guy won't return my calls. Or that guy's been on vacation for 2 weeks, and my air's out. Nobody wants that.
No.
When you call the number, the people that have your warranty is only as good as the manufacturer and the company that gives it to you. And so be cautious about your warranties and where you're going to get them from, because like the lady told me the other day, she said, I bought this extended warranty from this guy, and now he's gone. And they say within, I forget the exact number of years, but it's very short lived. Most heating and air companies don't make it very long in our business. Yeah. And it was shocking to me. I think it's because most heating and air companies start out with a guy that was a technician that wants to be an owner.
Okay.
They're great people. There's nothing bad about that. I mean, I was a technician too, but most of them have never had any kind of financial, training. They don't know how to run a business. They don't know how you have to pay your employees and your taxes. And so it ends up they're in a mess because they end up either not charging enough to be able to even cover their expenses because they're not sure how to do that. And so those companies come in and they undershoot everybody with these really low prices. And they say, oh, I can do it for, $3,000. And I'll tell people, oh, be careful. There's something's not right here. And so, and we did the same thing. And I'm not talking about any specific big box store, but so many people are saying, hey, I'm thinking about buying a unit from Lowe's or Home Depot or online or, there's so much out there right now. You can go on and you can buy a system. You can buy, I think I need a 4-ton. You really don't know what you need. And somebody, oh, well, I researched it. Well, then they get it in the mail, it ships in, and then they call me. Jay, we bought a new system online, and I only paid $3,500 for the whole thing. Can you come and install it? My first answer is no. That's not what we do. Number one is you're going to want somebody to warranty that. So when I go to install equipment that you bought online,
mm-hmm.
you're going to want me to do something about it when it quits.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not in that. I'm not going to do that. I'll help you as best I can. There may be a company out there that will install it for you, but your warranty again is only as good as the company you get it from. And so, Lowe's is not going to tell you, or Home Depot, just bring it on down here and bring it back. It's not something you can pull out of the wall and unplug and take it back. It doesn't work like that, and so many people are aggravated because they're like, they came and put it in, and now, they told me it'll be 2 weeks before they can, and it's only like 6 months old before they can come back and do something for me. None of us want to be in that boat, especially when it's hot and it's miserable. And we have people that are disabled. We have veterans here locally. We have a lot of retirees in Lawton that are military retirees. They can't just go without air conditioning or heat. And I'm too fat to go without air conditioning or heat. I'm not going to let it happen. So, please just do your homework. And if it sounds too good to be true, my dad used to always say, it probably is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're excited. We have one more program that we wanted to talk about this morning that I'm really excited about because, we had FEMA come in and decline everyone for disaster relief assistance for the flooding. And they gave some money to the cities and counties to do roads and sewer lines and things that were washed out in a way, which, okay, that's great and all, but I was more worried about the people and more worried about not just people that lived in my neck of the woods, in my ward, my area, but anybody that lives in Lawton that got flooded. I just can't imagine losing everything that you've worked for your entire life, and all of a sudden it's washing, floating inside your home. And one of my friends said to me, she lived on the east side that got flooded. She said, I lost all my pictures of my children. Everything was just ruined. And my clothes, my furniture, everything. And I had no flood insurance. And so they don't cover $1, not $1. Nobody, there's nothing there to help them. There's just nothing. They get no flood insurance. And your insurance flat says right on there, even though they could have had flood insurance, but they've never flooded in 40 some odd years. We've never had a flood. They're not in a flood zone. They're not in a flood plain. They're not in a, it hasn't flooded. And now all of a sudden we have 10 inches of rain in 2 hours and we flood. I think there's probably a little more to that than everybody wants to admit. I think there was something going on with a lake that happened, but I don't know that we'll ever be able to prove that. But so what we decided to do was to come up with a program called it's J&J Burke Gives Back. And we've been blessed because in Southwest Oklahoma, we've been in business for quite a long time. And I've always said people in Southwest Oklahoma are always so giving. And anytime you ask people for donations to get something done here, the outpouring of support it always astounds me because people want to help other people. And so what we're going to do is if you buy a system from us, we're starting today, we're going to take $300 off the system itself. And so we're going to give you an instant $300 discount from J&J Burke. But we're also going to match that with a $300 donation to a disaster relief fund to help those folks that were flooded here in Lawton.
Wow.
And in Comanche County. So we're going to be able to start a fund. Hopefully we'll start doing that. Like I say, I have estimates even today when we leave after we get through with the show. I have estimates. So those people that buy it starting today, we're going to do that. J&J Burke Gives Back and put it towards a disaster relief fund that people will be able to apply. And we'll have an online app on our website here in the next few days. Be able to apply online and turn it in, and then we have a group of board members that will look that over, and then people will qualify for some assistance. And it could be from helping get your electric turned back on to helping pay for a night or two that you stayed in a hotel. So it's not going to be thousands of dollars per person, but at least something to help. And so we sell more than 200 systems a year, and so you can figure if we give that $300 to that, that fund will grow fairly quickly. And we're going to do it just as long as we have to be able to help people that are in need. So we're glad to be able to do it. And again, we're ready to give back to our community.
We got to get some contact information for you, and then we're going to take a break. But when we come back, I got to talk about how frenzied your week must be since PSO started yesterday. And I think that, you say you don't normally, you personally, work in the estimates on Saturday, but you are, and you said you just briefly that you were going to go after the show and do some more today. So we'll talk about that and a testimonial that's been given to us that will kind of relay about, the uncertainty of why you call. Just don't blank call an individual, get someone reputable. And we'll do that right after this, the J&J Burke Home Show. But contact us right now if you want a free estimate of what it would take to get you in your home.
Yeah, you can go online to info@jjburkair.com, or you can call us at 1-800-AIR-REPAIR.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
Hi, Jay Burke here from J&J Burke Heating and Air. At J&J Burke, we've been helping you save money and have a more energy-efficient home with the Power Forward rebate program. Now, we can help you save even more. At J&J Burke, we've added rebates from CenterPoint Energy. Now, the combination of rebates from PSO and CenterPoint Energy could save you thousands on the purchase of the most energy-efficient heating and cooling systems available. If your energy bills are too high, and whose aren't, call J&J Burke and use the new PSO and CenterPoint Energy combined rebate program. J&J Burke is a 2014 PSO Partner of the Year for the entire state of Oklahoma. We are the best at getting you the rebates. So call us at 1-800-AIR-REPAIR or find us online at JJBurk.com and learn how J&J Burke, PSO, and CenterPoint Energy can save you even more money now. I'm Jay Burke, and you can count on my company because you can count on me. Hi, I'm Jay Burke from J&J Burke Heating and Air Conditioning. Does your furnace or air conditioner need service? Will you have to pay extra for an evening service call? Not at J&J Burke. We call it 8 to 8, same great rate. At J&J Burke, you can schedule your service call up to 8 p.m. and pay the same price as a daytime visit. So call us at 1-800-AIR-REPAIR or find us online at jjburk.com for 8 to 8, same great rate. I'm Jay Burke, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
All right, back here at the J&J Burke Home Show each and every Saturday mornings from 9 until 9:30, and sometimes we'll have special guests. Sometimes we'll just talk about how you can save around your home. I wanted to talk about your frenzied week because you and I will talk on occasions and say, man, I haven't heard from you in a while. I said, oh, my life has been chaotic. And I said, oh, yeah, I forgot the rebate started back up on Friday. How's that going with you? So I guess I got to have to ask you, how's that going with you?
Well, after one day, we turned in, I think, 22 to be tested.
Wow.
So 22 systems we had sold. And
now, hold this a second. I want to say just quickly, if you say, what is this? Well, okay, with the rebates with it, you got to turn it in because then there's a third party that comes in that doesn't represent PSO, that doesn't represent J&J Burke, and say, yep, that's this is what it is, this is what it takes, and then they go from there. So you had 22 of them turned in after the one day of starting back on Friday. Okay,
yes,
cool.
Yes. And
cool.
At about 9:30 last night when I was going home, I thought to myself,
wow.
PSO money's back. And people are, so we, like I said, you're right. We have a couple even today. We work Saturdays, Sundays. We don't ever close anyway. So if you need me on a Saturday or a Sunday to come, after you get out of church and you say, hey, you know what, I'd like to have an estimate, but this is the only day I can get home, call me. I come personally. So I don't mind. You're not bothering me. That's how we make a living. And so I'll come out to your house and take a look. Today we're going even over all the way to Comanche. So we've done 2 or 3 systems there. We've done systems recently in Duncan and Elgin and Cache, and we're all over. So if you're around our community and in our listening area, obviously we service your area. So call us. We'll get out there to do that. But it's great that we have the money back. But I just want people to understand it is limited.
Right.
If
you don't know, I mean, you're not the one that pulls the plug on this. I mean, PSO said, okay, we're out of money, and then they just notify it, say, program's over, see you next year, if that. So,
I'll see you possibly in January sometime.
Right.
And so, I tried to get them to even start it back earlier when we'd used half the money in just a few months. So I will tell you, if it's anything like what I'm going through, if you have any idea that you think, hey, I'm thinking about this is something I might want to consider. Our estimates are free. Call me. I'll come out. I'll take a look. I'll help tell you how much money PSO can save you instantly. Most people are saving between $3,000 and $4,000 for sure on their home just from PSO. So, if you're going to buy a system anyway and you're thinking it may be next year, it might be the time to consider it and then get it financed. And they can finance it up to 60 months, 120 months, depending on how much money you need to borrow at 4% interest, I mean, so it's not, it may be cost you $100 a month, but you may save $150 a month in utilities. Mm-hmm. So you're not spending any out-of-pocket money. This is money instead of paying it to PSO.
What you would have paid for your services is paying itself back.
Exactly.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
And
then after that, then you're saving. I mean, after that's paid off. Yeah.
And you're comfortable, and it's right. And you don't have to worry, is it going to break down? You have a warranty and all those things. But you're right. PSO is back. It's back. So
call.
Yeah, call us. I'm ready. So
Jay's going to be with a flashlight at midnight doing something I can see here the next day. So.
You know those little flashlights that go on your forehead?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to get you one of those.
I need to wear one of those.
I'll get a personalized name on it.
That's right.
Jay. Just call me Jay.
We're excited, but I've got some other team members that are helping me do some of the paperwork and the measurements and things that we need to do to get you signed up. And we're doing testing. We did them all day yesterday, and we're doing the test again. The third-party tester's doing them, and again all day today. He's got our list, and he's trying to get some caught up for us. And so we're excited that it's back. We're glad that we can finally help people that have had issues with their heating and air conditioning. And so it is back. CenterPoint energy rebates are still here. We've been able to save people up to $7,000 in rebates. That's not counting our rebates or Lennox rebates. So all I'm telling you is if there's never been a better time, if you have considered doing something or you think your system's older and maybe I ought to start looking at it, or let me just find out what the cost would be and can I qualify? We can get you pre-qualified to find out before we ever do anything to make sure you qualify for the financing. So, and we have a finance company that takes people all the way down to 525 credit score. I mean, that's helpful because a lot of people don't have great credit. They've had things, medical bills or something on their credit that they've had to try to pay for. So, it's not like you have to have the best credit in the world to get financed for heating and air. It's not like that. I like the finance company that we use because they don't put liens on your home. They don't put a lien on your dog or your car.
Firstborn.
It's like, used to, when we started doing this, it was years ago, they would say, well, we got to put a lien on the house and we've got to, put collateral up. We need to know about the, how many cars they have. Let's tie it to the cars, the house, the dog. That's not like that anymore. Now they use the equipment as collateral that we put in your home. So I don't know. Maybe they'll come if you didn't pay. I don't know. They come repo your air conditioner. I don't know. Anyway, I always thought that. I always wondered, I wonder what happens. But anyway, we've never had a problem. The company that we use is reputable, very reputable. And so we'd be more than happy to help you go through that process. And it's seamless. It's just a few questions. It's not like the applications where you used to have to, hey, I need to get an appraisal on my home and how much is it worth? And, so we'll help you with that. But I have staff that can help you with that as well. And so it makes it very user-friendly, and it makes the payments really, really affordable so that you can get a new system. So all those things are in play right now. How long will they last? Again, as you said, Eric, I don't know. I wish I could say it'll last 2 months or 3 months.
Supply and demand. I mean, they have so much money, so many people taking advantage of it. So you understand. I mean, and this is not high pressured for you. I mean,
No.
just and the good news is about it is when you come out, it's not going to be an automatic. Oh yeah, you need a complete overhaul. Yes, we're gonna make sure you get this rebate because you can't do that by making stuff up when the third party comes in and says no, they don't need a new whatever.
Right.
So they're going to say no to that, and then you're going to look embarrassed. So now you can have the confidence knowing that, okay, if it needs it, then it does. And if it doesn't, then the third party company is going to be your checks and balances to say, no, I mean, PSO is footing the bill for this part of the refund and the rebate, and they're not going to allow that. So that's good.
There's a couple of different programs too. That one is the whole house program, which we usually talk about a lot, but we also have one that's the PSO's called single approach, which basically means that we do individual type things like insulation, like you're just changing your unit, but you don't need any of these other things. So you don't have to. It depends on what program is best for you. Is what we're going to put you in and help you get the best money, best rebates available. The other day we had a guy that had a system that again was not that old, 3 or 4 years old, but he had no insulation in his attic, and so we got him single approach money from PSO, and so they gave him $400 towards insulation to go in his attic.
See, that's what it's good. A lot of people say, okay, this is just for people buying new units. No, I mean, if that the rebates apply to different things, and like
Absolutely.
I said, let Jay come over and tell you what that entails. So how we get a hold of you once again?
1-800-AIR-REPAIR, or you go to you can also go online to our website, JJBurkAir.com. Check it out. Check out some of we have a page about PSO and CenterPoint and all the things, but you can also call 1-800-AIR-REPAIR, or you can go to info@JJBurkAir.com, and it's a page you fill out just telling us what your questions are, even about the show. If you've heard something on here you want me to talk to you about, I'll be more than happy to call you, come by your house, whatever, but you can always contact us, and again, we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so don't hesitate to call.
All right, so do that. That's the J&J Burke Home Show for this week. Of course, we'll hope to see you, I guess, next Saturday from 9 until 9:30. Enjoy your week. It's going to be a hot one, so take the breaks when necessary. Try not to overdo it. Drink the fluids when
lots
necessary.
of water. That's right.
Other stuff like that. Stuff that we have to tell Jay all the time.
That's right.
Just working and forget about all that. All right, we'll see you next week. J&J Burke Home Show right here each and every Saturdays from 9 to 9:30 here on KLAW 101. Have a great weekend.
Nick.
Hi, Jay Burke here from J&J Burke Heating and Air. At J&J Burke, we've been helping you save money and have a more energy-efficient home with the Power Forward rebate program. Now,